covers royalties, and they already do that.
Yeah.
And the reason I went with that is because I wanted to make sure that everything was on the up and up.
Yeah.
By the same token, it's like, well, okay, we're already covering royalties. We're paying what we pay, but we're paying way more than your traditional radio stations. So it's like, someone in my situation is kind of torn because, yeah, you definitely want to make sure everybody's getting their fair share, but it's like, you know what?
Yeah, you want to do that.
When your work as a traffic reporter and this is all coming out of your pocket,
that's where the freaking pirate radio starts coming into play.
And that's the last thing you want to do. You really you set up something like this so that you are taking care of the artists that you feel do deserve to get paid.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Well, what needs to happen is people need to jump on board with people like you and do the same thing, because a lot of radio jockeys believe that, all right, fine, I'm playing their stuff, I'm giving them exposure, so I'm doing them more of a service than anything.
Right.
Which is true and it's not true, because first of all, a lot of these radio promoters still only, so like even in the underground, there's still only a good 10 to 15 artists out of thousands of underground artists with reputations. I'm not talking about cats who just rhyme.
Right.
I'm talking about like actual underground artists with records out and fan bases that don't get a lick of radio play on the grand scheme. So it's like, you're not really doing that much of a service unless you're going out there digging and trying to find. So don't feel like you're doing people a favor. And that note, yes, make sure that you get into a program where you can get your royalties out there. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it comes out of the pocket, but that's why most stations have budgets.
Right.
Then there are people like you, unfortunately. But we like people like you, and we definitely appreciate people like you. You know what I'm saying? And on the artist side, register your music.
Oh, I was about to say, yes.
A lot of artists do not register their music.
I'm noticing that. Most of the people I talk to, especially on the local front, it's like, what are you waiting for?
Yo, it's not hard. Go to AskCap.com. Yo, go to myspace.com/Packfm. I know the hip-hop director at AskCap. I'll hook you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing.
Right.
So, like, register your music, because you'll be happy one day when you come home and you see a check from AskCap for $4.50.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that you're rich, but it means you're getting out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody's listening to your music.
Exactly.
Somebody's putting your music in their rotation.
Right. It's not about the numbers. It's what's behind the numbers. You know what I'm saying?
So that would that be, is that Packfm's business tip of the day?
Yeah. It's not about business tip of the day. It's not about the numbers. It's what's behind the numbers that counts. You know what I'm saying? Word up. That's my 2 cents for y'all. People don't realize that the old school really paved the way for a lot of things. Remember when radio stations used to have pledge drives and stuff like that? Like, that's what keeps stations running. Like, cats need to do that, you know what I'm saying? Artists will get down with it, artists will perform, they can have benefit concerts, you know what I'm saying? Not everything has to be a charity to save someone's cancer, you know what I'm saying? There's lots of other benefits out there. Music is a very big part of culture, and it's also a big part of health because it keeps people's spirits on the up and up, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's how it's worked, at least for me anyway. That was one of the reasons why I got started in this process to begin this project to begin with, because I just knew, I looked at the bigger picture in terms of what this would, I mean, I obviously started with me first, about me, and what I wanted to do.
That's how it happens, eh?
But I knew that I wasn't alone in terms of the type of music that I was interested in.
Exactly, there's lots of people that dig the underground sounds, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't realize that nobody likes this on the mainstream radio right now. Nobody likes it. But it's just being dictated and fed to you. And I tell people, I was like, yo, it's like this. If you feed somebody hot dogs for the rest of their life, they're gonna start to like hot dogs until you show them a steak. Then they're gonna be like, oh yeah, steak is pretty fucking good. I don't know if I can curse, but I just did. But steak is pretty good, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you gotta really weigh it like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if people get exposed to it, then they might think a little different. So we need people out there who can expose people, and you guys need to tell your friends about the music that you listen to. Don't be ashamed because you're not listening to T.I. that your friends are gonna think what you're listening to is corny. Trust me, they just might like it. You just can't go up there and say it's the best thing since sliced bread, because then they're gonna expect the best thing since sliced bread. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, yo, here's something different that you might be into. And I guarantee you they're more than likely gonna ask you to play some more stuff.
I ain't a baller, but my drip, yours, matching my tick. Shots in the mix, and fresh chick name on my necklace. Skip the line, get it free, and I ain't on the guest list. VIPs, that is people showing me love and shit free. I ain't spending 50 cents in the club. And when it ain't for free, then it ain't for me. These ladies came for me, and I ain't the queen. And every day of the week you see me doing this. She try to move like a freak, come and prove it to me. So come on, somebody's having a party. I don't know who, but I'll ask somebody. And it's you and Bob all up in this bitch. And if we ain't on the list, we ain't fucking with this. Last call at the bar, everybody outside. Got the traffic all store, cause you double park around. Hurting somebody proud with the size of your rim. I ain't licensed to crowd, but I got some nice rims. I don't like it like him, though. Should be exclusive. Every time I walk out the door, it's some new shit. They just forget to show courtesy and back all the like hockey guys here. I thought they had a dress code. I can get a special, I'm laughing you clown. I'll pass through with a pound while they patting you down. I don't drink liquor, but I got some street tickets and my whole clique is here. Let's have a few rounds, come on. Somebody's having a party and I don't know who, but I'll ask somebody. And you and five all up in this bitch. If I ain't on the list, I ain't fucking with this. Come on, somebody's having a party and I don't know who, but I'll ask somebody. And you and five all up in this bitch. And if I ain't on the list, I ain't fucking with this. Everybody on the spot who wanna get it for free, say I ain't paying. Everybody in the spot who's on DLP, say I ain't paying. I ain't paying, listen up, I ain't playing. Cause if the DJ's watching, I ain't staying. Fuck the list saying I'ma buy my way in. If the kids get free like the holiday. Half the time I lie saying I'm performing, and the worst cause the band's all live, so I'm swarming. Doctor keep feeling me like he ain't really feeling me. You take this too serious, you keep the form, it's just the point. Why gotta know somebody? I'm probably older than you, let me see somebody. You ain't a cop and this ain't a crime. There's more people online than there is inside. So I really don't see what the fuss is about. When they hear that I'm here, then they all rush about. Instead of cussing you out, we gonna set it right here. Fuck your list, I don't care, party over. We out, come on! Somebody's having a party. I don't know who, but I'll ask somebody. Come on, you and five all up in this bitch. And if I ain't on the list, I ain't fucking with this. Come on, somebody's having a party. I don't know who, but I'll ask somebody. And it's you and five all up in this bitch. If I ain't on the list, I ain't fucking with this.
You've got this music out there, and you've got a few select individuals such as myself, but for the independent cat like yourself, just how do you get out there? I mean,
you gotta do it yourself, DIY, you know, like I go out there, you saw in there, fans come up, I say, what up, yo, I'm Pack, whatever. It's nothing, here's the music, listen to it. Sometimes I go to shows, I don't even sell CDs. I walk up in a show with a box of CDs in my hand and I interact with the people. I'm like, and especially the ladies, because females buy more records than dudes, because most dudes rap anyway. You know what I'm saying? But you go up to the chicks and I just be like, yo, listen, if I give you this CD right now, I just want you to promise that you'll listen to it and give me some feedback. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can ask. And it really works. Like, you just hand it off and people will definitely pass it around once they hear some good stuff. You gotta learn to use the internet once again, not just MySpace, there's message boards, email blasts, you know what I'm saying? You gotta really put it out there in people's faces, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta learn how to do it the right way, and there's tips that I'm not gonna give because it just might oversaturate my scene. You know what I'm saying?
You have to have secrets for yourself?
Yeah, I gotta keep it in the pocket, you know, like the prestige, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you know, you really just gotta make sure that you do everything you can. You can't expect people to come to you. You gotta go to them. You can't be a superstar until you're a superstar, man. Like, you go in there, I said, I'm in there right now, I ain't go on yet, I'm out there, I got my CDs set up. People come up to me like, yo, what's up? This is what it is, you know? You gotta be vocal with them at this level because you're still on the same level with these people in a certain sense, you know? So interact, definitely be fan friendly, cultivate fans. Fans is what makes an artist, not industry stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't rap for the industry because the industry does not cultivate what you're trying to go, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of cats are like, oh, I'm gonna make this joint and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get it on the radio. They're not gonna play your joint on the radio, number one. Unless you're paying them, they're really not. No matter what the FCC says, forget all that. You're not paying them, they're not playing it. You know what I'm saying? So forget making the radio hit. Don't make a club hit if you're not getting your record spun in the club. Make music for yourself, and the people like you will gravitate towards that music. There's an audience for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Even whack rappers sell because they're not whack to somebody else.
I was just about to say that. I noticed a lot of that.
Yeah, it's just because they're not whack to somebody else. They're whack to you, but there's somebody else that thinks they're pretty good.
I was about to say, and I'm listening to you say that, and I'm laughing to myself because as the person that programs and has to put together reports and conference calls with people and playlists, and you have to sift through a lot of
very bad stuff. But I'm sure, like, I remember I used to try and get deals, and I'm not gonna shout out this label, even though I really should, but I'm not gonna. This is one label that turned me down about 3 times. And at one point, I think they even say, yeah, we're just not feeling it. And then I looked at everything that they sell, and I was like, there's nowhere in the world you're gonna tell me that you like everything on your roster. Like, I'm looking at this stuff, and I know, like, I'm not trying to be cocky, but I'm nice, all right? And I know, so you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of politics involved, but but my point, getting back to the main point is, there's an audience for everybody out there, you know what I'm saying? If you don't feel it, somebody else does.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you got rhythm, bounce, bounce, bounce. Come on, just bounce, bounce. Hold on, if you got rhythm, bounce, bounce, bounce. Come on, bounce, come on, bounce. Yo, you be gathered to the beat and by your walk in a sheepskin. Slick talking, even spitting while I'm sleeping. Don't perceive my day as super rapping in the evening. I'm the man that you exhale when she breathes in. The plane is the legion that I place my allegiance. We the kings in any reason. Plus it's ass kicking season. We looking for a reason. That's great and core region. Got pulled up the speed while retreating from the beating. We diamonds in the rough package seats and arenas. You wise know the speakers on the mic and on the weekend. I doubt that you can never live without speaking and cheating. We peeping if I even think it's speaking out of sequence. This fire like a demon, bless the brass with the deacon. Distinguish on the mic like I'm speaking King's English. You wake up with the fever dreaming that you can defeat us, but we don't want that shit either because seeing is believing. Cause whatever you throw our way, we'll throw right back. Bitch, don't flinch. Whatever you throw our way, we'll throw right back. So don't just spit in the wind. Whatever you throw our way, we'll throw right back. Bitch, don't flinch. Whatever you throw our way, we'll throw right back. So don't just spit in the wind. There ain't too many who can hang. Think you better do your thing. Shit you threw my way, came back you like a boomerang. Think I'm new to the game. This ain't a fucking movie, man. Shit you people do for fake and pick us up like booty tag. With the Brooklyn slang, rolling with the crooked gang. Mad cause I took your damn shit. I never shook your hand. You never shook your hand. You right. Shit, I never shook your hand. What the hell is gonna take for this begin to do the play? Couldn't get the picture, so I guess